So he's having none of it today, you guys. He's just over here sleeping. I think maybe he's getting used to all this nonsense. Are you getting used to all this nonsense, silly boy? You know you're gonna come say hi. Yeah. It's a lazy day. It's cold. It's dreary. It's nasty. Y'all can see my light back there. Whatever. I'm over it. I just gotta get my office in order, you guys. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, I wanted to get on here. What's the matter? You're running behind me like crazy. You okay? Can't find a comfy spot? I just wanted to get on here and talk about the giant elephant in the room, my veganism. So if you know me, you know that I am vegan, and I have been vegan for several years now. We are almost approaching year 5, I believe. I lost count, y'all. I went vegetarian shortly after high school, and right before I entered into the College for Veterinary Technology. I am a licensed veterinary technician, and that is currently my career. So that is what I do when I'm not doing this and I'm not sitting around at home in my pajamas. So taking all of those classes and courses taught me a lot, and a lot about the animal industry, and pretty much solidified my reasonings behind being a vegetarian at the time. I did not really approve of a lot of things that I was seeing. I don't think a lot of you guys know, but when you go into veterinary medicine, there is an aspect of veterinary medicine that you can become a part of, and that is the meat industry. So I could have been a licensed technician out on the floor in a slaughterhouse, or just doing rounds at slaughterhouses. That could have been my career. It's not something I wanted to do. That's not something I was comfortable with. We had a lot of classes regarding that. We had an opportunity to go view a slaughterhouse. I did not do that. Thankfully, it was extra credit. We had to read the book Slaughterhouse in college, and that itself was just frightening. So, and I also had to take in a full semester on meat inspection. So that kind of put the final nail in the coffin for me to never want to eat meat ever again. I still dabbled in dairy and eggs. I didn't, you know, I was one of those vegetarians who's, oh, I could never live without cheese. So one of those. And I know there are a lot of people that could never live without cheese, but honestly, quite frankly, I don't miss it at all anymore. I can get the same type of cheese texture and taste out of many of the vegan substitutes out there, and of the homemade recipes that I have for myself that are dairy-free and animal product-free. I don't miss it. In fact, some of the cheeses that I really, really enjoyed as a vegetarian or even a prior meat eater, I find disgusting now, and they just smell terrible. So that is just something that was hard for me to let go for so long. I was vegetarian for so long before finally committing to becoming vegan. And it's basically for many reasons. One, the animals. Obviously, being in the career that I am in, I am out to help care and love animals, basically. And I felt it was very hypocritical of me to consume animal products while taking care and nursing back to health other animals. I didn't feel that fine line, just felt very uncomfortable for me. Why was I okay with, you know, taking care of a dog or a cat, or I work in a clinic that does a lot of exotic patients. So we see gerbils and hamsters and guinea pigs and turtles and snakes and lizards and birds. So it was one of those things. We've even seen pigs in the past. So it was one of those things where I felt like a giant hypocrite, where I drew that fine line in the sand that was, this is okay to take care of and treat and care for, even though I had the knowledge to care for those farm animals as well. So why did I feel it was okay to say a dog could be taken care of medically and loved just like, you know, humans love their children? And I'm going off on a tangent, you guys. So I just felt it was very hypocritical of me to basically say dogs, cats, birds, gerbils, hamsters, mice, rat, whatever, those are cool. They can have medical treatment, they can live full lives, they can be pets, they can live with people and get love and attention. But your cows, your pigs, your chickens, forget those guys. They're going on my plate. I'm going to eat them. That did not resonate with me. I did not find that comforting. I felt that horrific, and I just didn't want to be a part of that. So therefore, I decided to no longer eat meat. And that was a decision I made prior to going into college. So, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm very comfortable with my decision. Like I said, it's very hypocritical of me personally. This is my belief, not yours. You can believe whatever you want, and I will not judge you for that. Everybody has differences. Everybody has differences in opinions and thoughts, and it's likely that you're going to come across a person that has very firm beliefs, and you're not really going to change that person. You can guide them, you can teach them, but you can't preach to them because they're probably not going to change. And that is something that I believe in, and I'm hoping that others will believe in as well. So there's a lot of negative stigmas around veganism and vegans because there are a lot of radical vegans out there. There are radicals in every corner of the world. There are radicals in every group, lifestyle, what have you. And that's just the way it is. I'm not out here to tell you what to eat, what to do with your life, how to live your life, what have you. That's your choice. That's your decision. I've always stood behind that. And while yes, sometimes on my social media that there are posts about the meat industry and about animals and things like that, but there are truly some people out there that have no idea how their food is prepared, what happens to that animal before it comes on their plate. And it is an uncomfortable process for me, and it was one of the reasons why I stopped eating meat. Also, another reason was the fact that I didn't feel right being that I treated dogs and cats and birds and reptiles, but I didn't think that cows and, well, not that I didn't think, that the industry didn't think that cows and pigs and chickens deserved the same treatments. So personally, that's the line I drew. I became vegetarian. I was comfortable in that. I wasn't going to put that flesh in my body. I wasn't going to buy into that industry. I wasn't going to pay for somebody to slaughter an animal so I could eat it for 5 minutes or so and end their life, essentially, when I'm out there saving other animals' lives. It just didn't feel right to me. So fast forward to, fast forward to about 2012, and I decided that I no longer wanted to consume dairy products anymore. It wasn't good for my body. I read a lot of things, a lot of new things came to light. You know, I remained slightly ignorant for a lot of my vegetarian years. I was what I call junketarian for a while. We just ate garbage, you know, not just like potato chips and French fries and whatever I could get my hands on. I didn't know any better back then. I didn't know there wasn't this whole Whole Foods movement and clean eating movement and all that. It was really hard to be a vegetarian back then. You know, this was in the early 2000s. It is much easier to be a vegetarian now and even a vegan than it ever has been. There are so many products out on the market, and there are so many recipes, and there are so many people behind this wonderful movement that it has been easier in a lot of cases. And there's restaurants popping up all over the place that have vegan options. Whereas before, I would go to a restaurant and my only option was a salad, which is one of my biggest pet peeves, and a lot of vegans share this pet peeve with me, is when somebody questions you about where you get your protein from and basically harps on you and becomes some magical dietitian that thinks that you are going to be protein deficient, when that's really not even a thing. Even with people that eat meat, you just can't be protein deficient. But then again, they'll harp on you for not getting enough protein because you don't eat meat, yet when you go out to eat with them, the only option they will offer you is a salad, which, unless you're packing that salad full of broccoli and tofu and peas and beans and lentils and things like that, you're not getting protein. So that just seems ludicrous to me, just crazy. Just a little sidebar pet peeve of mine. So basically, I just wanted to put this video out there so that people understand my views on it. I don't necessarily share the same views as my entire family, which can be difficult in times. But you know, it is what it is. And I'm not here to push my beliefs on anybody, family or not. I am just here to make educated choices and educate them as well. I have always 100% express to anybody around me who is interested in my lifestyle to question me about it. If you have questions about veganism, ask me. If you have questions about where I get my protein from, ask me. Don't preach at me, okay? It's all about teaching and not preaching. So you've got to have that wonderful PMA, you know, if you know bad brains, you know, PMA, positive mental attitude. And it's all about expressing that positive mental attitude towards others. I'm not here to throw paint on your fur. I'm not here to do a demonstration in front of your home because you're grilling steak. That's not who I am. Yes, I'm here to be an advocate for the animals, but I do it in a different sense than a lot of other vegans, which is probably going to piss off some vegans, but I just really don't care. So I'm doing what I feel is necessary to help end the suffering. I'm not here to yell in your face. I'm not here to judge you. If you want to know about it, you can ask me about it. But I would like for you to be respectful about it. That's all I ever ask, is to be respectful about it. 'Cause I'm going to be respectful for you. I don't really want you to sit there and shove the bacon memes in my face. I don't want to see that. And I'm not going to sit there and shove the vegan memes in your face as a retort. It's just silly. I'm just going to present you with the facts and the knowledge that I know from being schooled in the meat industry and all of the research and studies and books that I have personally read on the matter. And that's it. Like I said, my family's not vegan, my son is not vegan, my husband's not vegan, I'm not raising a vegan child, and I know that is extremely unheard of, and I am sure I'm going to get some major vegan backlash over that, but it's really not my choice. I have given him as much as I can in my own home that I purchase, because I really don't support the idea of purchasing meat products and things like that. But however, I share my home with other people. My husband is currently a pescatarian, but for many years he was not. And that is where you consume fish and dairy, but no other animal products. But years before that, he was a full-on meat eater, and he just had to fend for himself. I was not going to make these things for him. And it's kind of the same for my son. I do allow him to eat what he wants to eat. We're in that phase where there's a lot of things that he's uncomfortable with, a lot of things that he doesn't want to eat. And once he's old enough to understand a little more, we will have that discussion and the choice will be his. I'm not here to push my beliefs on anybody, even my family members. I'm comfortable with that decision, and I hope you're comfortable with that decision, and I'm sure I'm going to get some major backlash from the vegan community, but it is what it is, guys. I am comfortable in what I do, and that is I do not consume any meat products. All of my items in my home are cruelty-free and vegan. And what I still have left, you know, it's been a long time coming for me to, you know, I'm going to own up to it. Like I said, I was ignorant for a while with my vegetarianism, and I kind of shoved out some of, even knowing what I knew, I kind of shoved away some of that knowledge. I got tired. I got beat down. I didn't want to hear all of those horrible things that people like to say about vegans, that they're pushy and nasty and mean and blah, blah, blah. You guys, I have come across so many nasty meat eaters and so many nasty people that just didn't understand my choice, and they just didn't understand my opinion. And I didn't appreciate that. Like, I was never one of those people, and a lot of people will, if you talk to a lot of people, they will tell you that I'm the most easygoing vegan around there. If you want to know about it, ask me. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm only here to provide you with the knowledge and the expertise that I have. If you want to look into it yourself, feel free to. You know, that's your choice, and this is my choice. So please just stop nagging me about it, okay? I do not consume animal products. I do not wear animal products. I have been getting rid of a lot of the, it's taken a long time, you guys. I don't feel that it's fair. You know, if you change from a full-on meat eater, leather wearer or whatever to being vegetarian or vegan, and you still have these products in your home, I still don't think it's fair and respectful to that animal that lost their life for those products for you to just throw them away. If you want to give them to somebody who's going to use them that doesn't share the same beliefs as you, fine, go for it. If you want to try and sell it to recoup some money, to donate it towards an animal sanctuary or something like that, fine, go for that too. If you want to continue to use that product until it's done and then purchase a product that is vegan and cruelty free afterwards, that's perfectly fine. I still feel like you're respecting that animal that lost its life by not trashing it and throwing away, which is a lot of what happens in the meat industry. That animal's essentially thrown away. It's used and thrown away. So I have been for years transitioning all of our products to cruelty-free and vegan products, and it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. I want everybody to know that my money is not going towards that anymore. So, and my battery's flashing at me, and this video is gonna get cut short, and I'm probably gonna refilm it because it is everywhere and nowhere at all. Yay! But yeah, I should probably do a better video than this, guys. It's everywhere and a mess. This will probably be a two-part video because I cannot function and get my words out today, so yeah. I just wanted to say hi, I'm vegan, and that's my belief. Doesn't have to be yours, but if you would like it to be, if you're interested in it, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to ask me questions, and we can have a civil, wonderful discussion about it. It may not change your mind. It may open your eyes to some new things out there, and that's fine. That's all I am here for. I'm here to teach, not preach, and to support that PMA. And yeah, if you want to know more about my lifestyle, if you want to know more about, because it really is a lifestyle, you guys. It's not just a diet, because it is a diet, because a diet is just what you eat, but it's not a fad diet like, oh, I'm vegan for a week or whatever. No, it's life, and it is more than just not consuming animal products. It is more about being conscious about what I'm purchasing for myself, my family, and my environment, and where my money is going, because that's really what fuels the industry. If you put your money towards something else and you stop supporting one thing, that thing's probably gonna fail. So I am comfortable in the fact that I have not purchased any meat and meat products for me personally in, you know, well over 15 years. So, and I will continue to do so because I'm not going to change. And I will do a better video about this later because I'm losing my battery life and it is gonna shut off soon and I need to charge my camera. Yay! I feel a lot better that I got a lot of that off my chest, you guys. And I'm sure I'm gonna get some backlash from both sides, but you know what? It is what it is. Whatever. I can take it. I've been taking it for the last 15 years or so. Everybody telling me what I should and shouldn't eat. But here I am, I'm alive. I'm thriving. I'm not thin by any means, so I'm not protein deficient, and I'm not wilting away. So yeah, veganism is cool. Okay, so if you want to know more, if you want me to do more videos, a little more in-depth explanation as to why I'm vegan, why I chose to be vegan, when I started my veganism, vegetarianism, blah, 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 I can do that. I just wanted to do something short, which is probably gonna edit weird because I kind of went off on a tangent. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, you guys, have a great day. We'll talk about this subject more. It's going to come up because I do a lot of vegan recipes, and I do want to do some product reviews from some things that I really enjoy and that I use daily, because I feel like the word needs to get out there about some of these companies that do test on animals that I don't really believe in. And there are some people that aren't 100% vegan that don't support animal cruelty in that aspect, and that, I mean, that's fine. It's not ideal, and it seems a little hypocritical to me because that's my belief. But you know what? As long as you're trying and you are not supporting that industry, that helps. Every little bit helps, you guys. So have a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. How does it turn off? Why won't it turn off?